This was Jake's sort of bachelor pad for like 15 years.
It's overgrown.
There was a deer family that was living in the yard.
Really?
We're open to anything.
It can't get worse.
I'm about to fix their house up for them.
Well, that is awesome.
Yeah.
$20,000? I wish you'd come over to my place.
If we're in the neighborhood and we're knocking on your door, we want to give you some love.
You're a little iffy about it, but trust me, you're gonna like it.
I hope so.
Everybody around here has real nice houses.
Yeah.
Well maintained.
Not everybody.
Not everybody. I mean, it's kind of nasty. I try not to notice it.
You know, if you were driving by, you would think that maybe someone doesn't even live here. It kind of seems a little bit abandoned.
There is an upside to how it looks, and that is it's a haven for wildlife.
When I moved in, he was, you know, repairing bicycles over the original parquet floor in the guest bedroom. And so we've definitely made some improvements. But the front yard is just, it was so above and beyond anything that we even knew what to do with.
Basically, we had no idea where to start.
We could definitely embrace some of the more modern elements of this house. For example, they've got these really cool old windows, but what's modern about them is that they wrap corners. I'm almost thinking about this yard as a Japanese landscape. The modernism that implies works with the Zen atmosphere that I'm reading from this landscape as it stands right now. There's even a little Buddha that's sitting there.
I'm about to reveal the designs of the Mizels, and I'm a little nervous because I'm gonna propose kind of a bold move. I want to rip out their entire sunroom and open up that wall. And I'm not sure if it's a big deal because I don't think they actually use it, but I have to find out. Hey guys.
Hey.
Hi.
How's it going?
It's going good. Are you excited about the design reveal today?
I'm
Yes.
so excited. Are you going to address the little porch? That's my main, like...
Possibly.
Oh.
You like the little porches?
I like the potential of the little porch.
Well, then let me show you what I got. Here's your new home.
Oh my gosh. It's like sort of Asian, Zen. I love
exactly
it.
right.
Yeah.
You pulled it right out of the sky. That's exactly what I was going for.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Did you ever use that little sunroom?
Never did anything in there.
Good, then you don't mind
distraction.
ripping
I know,
out the front
please.
wall.
No, go
Like,
for it.
go for it, yeah.
Is that a fire thing? What is that?
No, it's a hole that I'm cutting around the tree.
Oh, I
that's
see.
existing.
That's really cool.
I'm trying to show that I'm creating this almost like a gangplank.
Yeah.
All the way out into your landscape. So the tree's coming up out of the deck, and the whole deck sort of builds itself around it.
Wow, that's amazing. Badass.
That's exactly how I feel about it.
Now it's going to look like a livable, happy space. I'm super excited.
Yeah, and it really fits our style too, so it's pretty cool.
This is actually the perfect interpretation of Jake overlooking his
It is pretty accurate. It is pretty accurate.
King of the yard. We've been talking about, you know, taking care of that room for a year, and it was just amazing how quickly things got, you know, demoed.
What's the story with this chair?
I think that chair was on its way to the curb, and it was raining, and so it stopped in here.
Like
and
6
then,
years ago?
Yeah, probably, maybe more. It predates me.
We need to get this thing out.
That was like an embarrassing eyesore in that room, so yay, it's gone.
Look at this mess that
I
we've
mean,
created.
a lot has happened in one morning.
Yeah. We're gonna try to reuse as much of these boulders as possible.
Okay.
So remember, we've got a lot of dry xeriscape area where we can use boulders.
Perfect.
And
Well, the great thing about rocks is you don't have to keep them alive.
In fact, the deader they are, the better.
That sounds pretty manageable.
Okay,
Yeah.
If we remove this heavy slab, which is no longer necessary,
Yeah.
we can then build our deck off of our plywood.
Huh. We would rather do that than put
Sleepers on top of, I mean, it's kind of 50-50.
Bill, for some reason, wants to rip up all the concrete underneath the deck, whereas my idea was to keep the concrete and build the deck right on top of it, which, budget-wise, seems to me to make a lot more sense. Where do you land on this?
Anytime you can keep away from having wood to concrete contact, you're doing better because that is a breeding ground for dry rot.
As a builder, it's easier to build wood on wood.
They have a great point, and I'm fine with it, as long as the design, the budget, and the schedule stay the same. Are we looking at some neighborhood projects today? Let's walk, let's find. This could use a little help.
A lot of cleanup.
Yeah, could definitely do something here.
We could.
Doesn't look like their home, but we should come back and check them out.
Okay. You want to cross?
Sure.
This is like the what? the corner house. You can see it from all directions.
Yeah.
Hello. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Can we bother you for a second?
Yes. You look familiar.
Yeah. Do you watch Curb Appeal?
I certainly do.
But you know this, if we're in the neighborhood and we're knocking on your door, we want to give you some love. John has a cool plan.
Love.
So what I was thinking is that because we've got this one column here, and because this handrail is a little bit loose, we could build a second column on the other side. And you know what that'll allow me to do? And here I'm going to push you out of your comfort zone a little bit. With a column there and a column here, we've essentially framed out the entire portico area. So that means I could paint the stucco in there a different color.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that would be nice.
Yeah? You're a little iffy about it, but trust me, you're going to like it.
I hope so. I actually do trust you.
Okay. And we won't do like orange, the color of Kim's hat.
No, I hope not.
No.
And so our first section of fence is actually going to be inside the brick. And that's going to be just a short section right there. Each of these are going to be 3-foot sections.
I've designed the fence in front of the Mizell property to be a Japanese Zen aesthetic, and Bill's taking that a step further by building it using traditional Japanese joinery methods. It's so cool because it basically means no power tools, all hand tools, a very simple, elegant technique. So the rock wall. One of the essential features I'm bringing into this project is the rock wall. It's a very Zen showcase piece for this front yard, and it's going to serve as the very first water feature we've ever done on Curb Appeal. I'm really excited about it because this project is close to my heart, and it's extremely important that we get it right. This one is one of my concerns. Does it concern you at all?
Shouldn't be.
You're not too concerned, huh?
Not overly, not yet.
If you knew what I was trying to create with this wall, you'd be more concerned.
I saw a picture of a place in New York.
Yeah, the teardrop wall.
Yeah, I was actually there not too long ago.
The landscape architect of that is Michael van Valkenburg. I used to work for him, and I worked on that wall with him.
Okay.
So I'm trying to create like a small version of it.
Well, now you just put a little pressure on that.
Yeah, all right. Now do you have a concern?
We have to.
Almost.
The wall at the Teardrop Park in New York succeeds beautifully in making man-made stacked stone look like a natural geologic formation that pushed up out of the earth. And that's my biggest concern about our stacked stone wall. Making something look natural can sometimes be the biggest challenge.
You know, you're gonna either love me or hate me off of this.
That's absolutely correct.
Right on, you know.
You see what I just did?
You took the curlicues off.
Took the curlicues off, but look at this thing. Since this brick is broken and we're replacing it with a chunk of wood,
Yeah.
put the wood down, drill a hole, and drop it back in.
Okay.
It is different. It's the pop of color. The inspiration for your front door is taking the color from these flowers here.
So obviously I'm going with a taupe color scheme.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That was easy. Nice.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah, let's go with that.
You guys want to make this as humanly easy as possible.
Exactly.
I want the color scheme for this project to blend the house in with its natural surroundings, and that's why I'm picking all the colors from nature, very soft, muted tones, including the accent color, which is sort of a pale lavender, and that should pick up nicely on the warmer tones of the foliage and the landscape.
I really like the bold colored door. I think that's going to be a nice
Yeah, I like that.
pop.
I think so too. I think it's going to be gorgeous.
Good, yeah.
Boom. It's not going anywhere.
Hey.
Kim, right?
Yeah.
I'm Abram.
Nice to meet
Nice
you,
to meet you.
Abram.
We had seen some stuff happening up the street, looked really great.
Yep.
So we thought we'd find out if maybe we could get in on the action.
So you live across the street, and
Yeah.
where is across the street?
Right there. We'd love to have you do some work on our house.
See, here's the thing. We look at your house. Actually, we looked at your house first.
I'm sure.
And we could tell that there was nobody there.
You can tell that from the yard?
We could tell that from the yard. We love to do it.
So we talked to Kim, and we're going to get a neighbor makeover.
Closed mouth doesn't get fed is what I say. And we can.
Her mouth does not
Oh,
close.
God. The vibrancy that we added definitely matches the personality of Miss Lorene. As usual, guys, paint and plants really made the difference here.
Oh my goodness!
Come on out, Sugar Pie. Close the door behind you. Because, you know, that new color.
Oh my goodness. Oh, look at my front porch. And the color of the paint, it still goes with the rest of the house. I love that. And the bench just gives it that ambiance.
You're gonna give that bench some love?
I'm gonna give that bench some love. I'm gonna sit out and have me a cup of coffee in the morning. I'm gonna thoroughly enjoy my front yard. You did an excellent job. And to do it all in one day is just amazing.
It's been a pleasure, my dear.
Pleasure.
So we're kind of hole in the deck for this tree.
Yes.
Are we gonna limb it up?
This is one of the most important design
Okay,
elements.
yeah.
It'd be really cool if we can leave it as intact as possible. And we're gonna do a nice big square hole around it.
I love how John just designed this big long deck to go around this existing tree and it's like, there, just go build it. It's actually a lot more complicated than that.
We're headed to the Home Depot to find the plants that go with a Japanese-inspired garden, while still keeping it low maintenance for Jake and Meredith. Can't help but notice something gorgeous like this. What is this?
This is Pyrrhus japonica.
Anything with the name Japonica, I'm ready to embrace.
Okay.
Well, we're actually using a lot of stones here.
Right.
Maybe we have to think about how we're going to soften up the edges of all those boulders.
Okay, yes. What I call it is accessorizing the boulder shoulder.
The boulder shoulder?
Yeah. You basically take some grasses and stick them right up against a boulder, and it makes the boulder look established and like it's been aging there for some time.
Got it, like ornamental grasses?
Exactly.
We're looking for some ornamental grasses. Do you know where we might find some?
Absolutely. It's right out here in our extension garden department.
Oh, yeah?
Perfect.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Let's take them all.
Okay, sounds good.
And these guys are totally catching my eye.
Yeah, these are an evergreen grass.
Yeah.
It's called the chorus. It's really nice for brightening up shady spots, you know.
Almost looks like sunshine is already shining on it, right?
Yep.
Very cool.
All ordered up.
Okay.
Get it delivered.
Okay, perfect.
All right.
This brick path is actually one of the coolest details on the whole project because it's made out of a beautiful glazed brick that's made locally out of recycled materials. And then from the path, it becomes a planter box at the base of a window. The width of the path is actually exactly the same as the window, so there's a one-to-one relationship between landscape and architecture.
You gotta come see this, man. What do you mean? It's not looking right to me.
What happened?
Oh, damn, it all fell down. It all fell down. Luckily, I think we're still wet.
Oh yeah, we're still wet.
Without The biggest problem is it's beige on beige on beige. So we're going to call out the brick with a dark gray and then bring in a dark blue for an accent.
Hey, Kimberly.
Hey.
What do you think of my light?
I like it. It's very pretty.
Yeah. You know, the only problem is I put this up, but I can't test it because I can't get the door open. I was told that there's a 17-year-old kid in here and he won't open the door.
Well, how many times did you try?
I've rung the doorbell, I used the knocker,
Uh-huh.
I like knocked.
Uh-huh.
He's just not answering.
See, let's see. I'm gonna put a little rhythm into it.
Well, that's true. You
Think
could,
he'll get it now?
you might annoy him out of bed. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Here, I'll do this too. Keep going. Hey!
Hi!
We got you.
Hey,
Good morning.
Isaiah. Did we wake you up?
No, I was awake.
Would you agree that it was the rhythm in that doorbell ring that got you to it?
Yeah, and the frequency of it.
Good job.
I was gonna be 17 again.
And we need to test this light.
Let's test the light.
Nice.
Let
It
there be
works.
light.
Okay.
It's pretty.
That's what I needed to know.
You want to lift that end up and shift it over a little bit?
So the plank deck is built. It's huge, and I had to grab everyone I could to help move it into place. Luckily it fit, but I think I owe a few favors to the guys.
It's been really fun to every day come outside and see all the changes that have been made in such a short amount of time. It's miraculous.
In the middle of the myself project, I had to go to India for a friend's wedding, and it turned out to be a great trip because what a perfect location to look for that perfect, unique element for our Zen-themed yard.
So essentially we're looking for some kind of thing that I can hang at the entrance that says this house is welcoming.
My great friend Nandita is going to help guide me through the Indian market.
I would never have been able to find someplace like this.
Because I'm hopeless. I do not speak Hindi or Urdu.
This used to be a city.
Really? So these are like streets in between buildings?
Absolutely. Ooh, a lamp. What we do is pour oil into this, get some cotton wicks, and light them. So this is Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth and beauty. Auspicious symbol to have outside your house.
I don't know, but this seems perfect to me.
Let's do it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, you have to teach me how to do this part.
That'll be easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Are you going to bargain for me?
Of course I'm going to bargain for you.
I need you, Nan.
I'm gonna send John an email because, I mean, if you look at this rock wall, what do you think? Like
Well-
this is a very important feature of this house, right?
It seems that the water is just flowing lopsided.
Right. We
Yeah.
have this huge rock wall, and then our water is like just in this section and low. And I have a feeling John's gonna come back and say this doesn't fly. The water coming out of this looks more like a mistake than intentional.
It looks as if the pipes are just running.
I know.
They need to go down further down the side versus just because it's just on one side,
Yeah,
the pipes.
and
The wall itself looks great, but if John comes back and it's not perfect, he'll lose it. I'm pretty sure of it. He's really into this wall. Like it needs to come to here
Yeah.
because the drain
And
stops here too.
A couple high spots.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hello.
That's hi.
Hello.
It's tremendous. It's just tremendous. It looks so great.
My turn.
Your turn.
I love it.
To come home and to see 1, 2, 3, 4 separate colors, it's
Yeah.
just great.
And a blast of color in your
Yes.
flower bed.
The
yes.
palette of the plants with the yellows, and then bringing out the blue.
It will be a pleasure to water it.
Oh yeah.
Good,
Yeah. I'm going to keep up with the watering. I will be doing the watering from here on out.
Well, then you can stand out there, and then as people walk by, they'll be like, "Oh, wow, what a beautiful garden!" So you'll want to stand out there. I feel glad for my neighbors. They've been patient with us, and now it looks very nice. So they won't have to feel like we're, you know, pulling down the corner.
Good.
Makes me happy.
It's
Makes
good.
you
Yeah, it makes me feel happy.
While I was away, I got a lot of emails about the wall fountain, and they had me worried.
I'm gonna turn it on so you can check it out.
You want to turn on the water?
You know, Christian was great. He came over the other day and we talked about moving some of the pipes to spread it out a little bit, and he put in the time, and let's see how it looks.
It's perfect. It's just enough trickle sound to contribute to the landscape, but it's not oppressive.